I was on Facebook a few days ago, and this guy who I grew up with in Phoenix posted this offhand remembrance about how when we were in 6th grade, our elementary school released an official school rap. Like a rap song about how awesome it was to go to our elementary school. And everyone hated this song. It was like a unifying joke at the school how bad this thing was. And this was 1990, like well before the YouTube era, but it was kind of like the Friday of our school, just for some context. And the thing is, I wrote the rap. I wrote the song that everyone hated. So I was like the Rebecca Black of my 6th grade class, which is not who you want to be at that age. And what had happened was, at the beginning of my 6th grade year, our principal, Dr. Barry Weiler, announced a school-wide contest where we had 1 week to write and submit original rap songs about our school, which would be judged by a panel of teachers. And at the end of it, one song would be chosen to be the first ever official school rap of Cochise Elementary. And I thought this sounded amazing. And it's the kind of thing I probably would have entered anyway, because I was one of those obsessive creative kids who like made my parents watch me perform plays that I had written in the living room. But the deadline really made it seem like a big deal. Like, there were 500 kids at the school, and I'm like, oh my God, they're expecting 500 submissions. That's why it has to be a week, because you got to put limits on this, because they're going to be flooded. And I later learned they had literally 6 submissions. No one cared. But in my mind, I'm like, I need to get to work now. So I went home, and for the next week, it was like 8 Mile. I was just going through my notebook, but because I was 11 in the suburbs in 1990, the lyrics I was perfecting were literally, Cochise is our school. We think it's real cool. Okay, that's locked. What's next? It's got to live up to that. And I had this whole elaborate recording process where I had 2 boom boxes, like one where I could record a tape and another one where I could have like a backup track playing like underneath my rhymes. And for my backup track, I had a casingle that I got from Sam Goody. None of those terms mean anything anymore, but I had a casingle of that Soul to Soul song, Back to Life. Yeah, you know it. So the instrumental B-side was my backing track, and I'm like, oh my God, I am nailing this. So I turned the song in, I made the deadline. 2 days later, they announced the winner because there were only 6 submissions, and I remember sitting in my classroom when they announced my name, and there was like this 10-second period before they played the song that was just heaven. I was so happy. And then the Soul to Soul music started up on the loudspeakers. And I had this moment where it's a moment I've had numerous times as a performer since, but I'd never had it before then. It was this moment of like psychic clarity where I realized this is not gonna go well at all. Like, this is not my bedroom. This is me rapping for the whole school, and they're gonna hate it. And they did instantly. Like, from the moment that first lyric came out of my mouth, Cochise is our school. We think it's real cool. You could feel everyone kind of go, whoa, what? What? Is this gonna be terrible? Is this something we can all gang up on as a group of assholes? I think it is. I think it is. And they did for a year, every day. And Dr. Barry Weiler did not help matters because he played this song every single Friday for the rest of the year because he didn't realize how much everyone hated it. He thought it was like a treat. You know, it's like, it's the end of the week. I'm going to play the rap song because I'm the cool principal. And he was just destroying my life by playing it. And I came to hate Fridays, which you shouldn't. Kids should love Fridays, like Rebecca Black tells us. And I hated it. I would wake up every day, like every Friday I would be trudging to school and I would hear that Soul to Soul music in my head, like a death march, and I just hated the whole thing. I hated that I had done it. And so a few days ago when this guy brought it up on Facebook, this was over 20 years ago, and I still felt that like my stomach drop out. You know, I'm like, oh God, like, can we not talk about this, please? Please, let's not. And then something interesting happened. Like, I was watching this thread for the next few hours because I was just like, what's going on? What's gonna happen? And over the course of the next few hours, like a number of people who had gone to my elementary school were commenting, And they weren't talking smack. This was way too long ago for people to still be upset about it. What most people were doing were they were just adding lyrics that they remembered. And within like 3 hours, the whole song had been reassembled on Facebook. And I felt like I wrote something enduring. You know? That's a legacy. And I know I'm gonna go over my time, but can I wrap it for you real quick? All right. So can I just get like... Cochise is our school. We think it's real cool. I don't have much to say, but this is where I'll stay till middle school. We have good teachers in classrooms too, and this is what I have to say to you. Cochise is awesome, I must say, and that's where I go every day. We got PE, music and art, and kindergarten is where we start. In this school, we learn math and reading. When it comes to smarts, Cochise is leading. The teachers are nice and they know what to do, and they are here to teach you. So if you wake up and you're having a bad day, once you get to Cochise, it'll go right away.
Give it up for Craig.